In the Wild West, gunslingers settled their problems with a duel at high noon. The 6 shooters at their side was their only friend and ally. Nothing else in the world mattered like taking out the hombre in front of you just to show you could. Today, things are settled the same way, except for with video games. Battle Royale video games to be exact. That's the same thing, right? Okay, maybe not. Unless you've been in a coma for the past few years, you know that the gaming industry has been taken over. The Battle Royale game is the new fad, and gamers can't get enough. The genre is named for the popular Japanese book and movie Battle Royale, and for the big budget novel series film mega franchise Hunger Games that totally didn't rip it off. The Battle Royale genre wears its inspirations on its sleeve. Large groups of players are dropped into an environment with limited resources and a prerogative to kill each other. If you're late to the party and you want to get in on the Battle Royale craze, here are 10 Battle Royale games ranked. Number 10, the Culling 2. Let's start this off with one big loser. The Culling 2 has a cool premise. The map periodically shrinks due to hazardous gas, but it's just bad. I'd ask you to see for yourself, but it's doubtful you could find the full game if you wanted to. The controls are clunky, and the combat is just sad. A shooting game with weak shooting is just not worth it. It features melee weapons, but those are more frustrating. The games mostly just feature running. Lots and lots of running. It's like all the driving in Mass Effect Andromeda, because nothing makes RPGs and Battle Royale shooters like constant, tedious traveling to nowhere. Ultimately, the game is a perfect example of how this genre can be done poorly. Number 9, H1Z1. Many games on this list are well thought out, polished masterpieces. This game, though, is just chaos. Sometimes that chaos is awesome. Anyone who's been in a good derby fight will tell you how awesome it is. That being said, the game is often frustrating. Insanity alone isn't enough to make up for the boring cat and mouse games that often creep up. The crafting in this game isn't nearly as great as some of the others. It also should be mentioned that it doesn't feature any pay-to-win features. So, if you want an experience that looks like Fortnite but plays like a Mad Max Mario Kart hybrid, try the Auto Royale feature. Otherwise, there are others to take up your time. Number 8, Minecraft Hunger Games. Minecraft is one of those games that really gives the power to the fans. Players have taken the simple Minecraft format and done all kinds of crazy things with it. By far the most successful thing that has been done on Minecraft is the creation of the Battle Royale gaming genre. What started off as just a niche gaming mode has turned into the hottest fad in gaming. The PC version of this game has so many cool mods and options that the possibilities are endless. The console port of the mode is pretty fun, but lacks the wild creativity that made the PC version so great. That being said, compared to the games that followed it, Minecraft Hunger Games isn't quite as good. The blocky Minecraft mechanics are always charming, but it's hard to compare against a fully polished 3D model. The gameplay also isn't a challenge to the perfected Battle Royale games that copied its style. None of this is an insult by any means though. If anything, it's a compliment to the genre it created. It was so great that its lineage ended up surpassing it. This makes it a true gaming legend that's worth playing if for that reason alone. Number 7, Dying Light, Bad Blood. Some players are feeling a little bored of the overpopulated zombie game genre. Games like Last of Us, Left 4 Dead, and The Walking Dead are all legendary. The sheer number of games in the genre has made it start to feel stale though. Dying Light set its sights on taking on this problem. It incorporated parkour elements and creative zombie enemies to reinvigorate the zombie game. Its Bad Blood tries to do the same with the Battle Royale genre. The big sell of the game isn't to kill all the other players, but to escape the map. There are items hidden throughout that you have to collect to earn your way onto the only escape helicopter. This game shakes up the genre by focusing on the awesome parkour aspects that worked for the original. That and its fast-paced action make this a unique Battle Royale experience, if not the best one. It's worth playing just to feel like you're in a zombie version of the beginning of Casino Royale. Number 6. Ring of Elysium. This is a clever entry into the genre. Its cool wintry setting is just beautifully utilized. Instead of the normal traveling mechanics in a Battle Royale game, Rings of Elysium brings fun and new ideas. Using ski lifts, hang gliders, or freaking snowboards to travel, it's just awesome. This game also changes it up by allowing for more than one winner. In the end, a helicopter drops down with 4 seats. This really changes up the ending, which is usually the least inspired part of any Battle Royale title. While the game is well polished, it's still got more than a few similarities to PUBG. Other titles try to change the genre up a little bit, go crazier with it. This one at times feels like a cool PUBG mode instead of a new game. But pistols aren't mandatory, so that's definitely an improvement. It's also got a cover system, which is pretty great. The game is worth checking out just for the experience alone. I mean, it's a Battle Royale game with snowboarding in it. Enough said. Number 5. Realm Royale. A game like Realm Royale seems like it was inevitable in retrospect. In a genre that demands a ton of content as fast as possible, a fantasy entry was a no-brainer. What is surprising is just how fun Realm Royale can be. Fantasy parts of existing shooter genre classics aren't always great. I'm looking at you, Battlefront's weak clone Lord of the Rings Conquest. You get to pick from 5 classes that offer a lot of variety in how you play. The design also features a cool Fortnite meets World of Warcraft aesthetic. The classes are very uneven, but interesting. The tank classes are overpowered and can often skew the game, so sometimes it feels like it's not worth it to go for one of the stealthier classes when you get creamed so easily in an open fight. The way the Forge gameplay works, and the fact that you have to wait several seconds before summoning your horse are examples of the distinct flavor that the game brings. It's just one of those titles that should be commended for its creativity. Ultimately, this might not be your go-to Battle Royale game, but it's definitely a solid entry. Number 4. PLAYERUNKNOWN'S Battlegrounds. PUBG was the title that really made this genre into what it is today. This game should get points for defining what a Battle Royale game could be. In many ways, every subsequent game in this genre is just trying to recreate the magic PUBG started. That being said, some games have definitely managed to improve upon what PUBG did. While a lot of its problems were easily overlooked at the time, comparing it to better titles makes its flaws stand out. It's not uncommon for a long period of time to go on without seeing another player in PUBG. That and the limited weapon and character selection can really hold PUBG back. Still, it will always be a legend for helping popularize the genre in the first place. There's no replacing that initial feeling of your first winner chicken dinner moment. Number 3. Apex Legends. When gaming fads explode, like the Battle Royale one did, it's easy to lose excellent games in the crowd. Apex Legends shines a light on itself by being a unique entry into the genre. Set in the Titanfall universe, but without the Titans, Apex Legends has a really fun style and gameplay mechanics that make it a blast. It seems a bit like Halo and a bit like Destiny, but blended with PUBG's mechanics. On paper, it wouldn't seem like such a standout. It has many of the same Battle Royale elements as the other games on this list. That being said, it's the polish that really makes this game shine. The shooting, the characters, the team communication, and everything in between are wonderfully fine-tuned. Pointing out enemies or special points in the map to your teammates and then converging a specialized attack is just an amazing feeling. This is one Battle Royale title you don't want to miss. Number 2. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout. Call of Duty is a legendary franchise in its own right. Since its early days in the World War II military genre, it has slowly pushed its way to the top spot of first-person shooters. There was a day when a game like Halo was considered the dominant force in the FPS genre, but no longer. Sure, games like Destiny have come around to challenge it, but Call of Duty still reigns as the definitive champ. Aside from delivering top-notch shooting action, the franchise is known for its cool game modes. For many, the various Call of Duty zombie games are better than any other version. That being said, it was no surprise to anyone when they announced a Battle Royale mode in Black Ops 4. No one expected it to be as good as it is though. Between the callbacks to other games, the excellent level design, and the amazing equipment, it's a triumph. It stands as the most immersive game in the increasingly crowded genre. There are some that would still argue that PUBG is where it's at, but we all know Blackout is Call of Duty bringing their A game. Number 1, Fortnite. This game is the most famous Battle Royale game for a reason. It took the concept, ran with it, and injected it with so much style. Its gameplay is addictive. The building aspects tied with the utter fun of finding weapons around the island boost the game into the stratosphere. Sure, other games focus more on gritty realism, but this game drives into the wacky chaos of the genre. Fortnite is one of those gaming experiences anyone can pick up and have fun with, assuming they don't find themselves playing with some hardcore 12-year-old pros with nothing to lose. There is a pretty steep learning curve in the first few games, but after that, you start feeling like a pro. In its early days, it was less a game and more a gaming event. Like Doom or Halo before it, it was a shooter every single gamer in the world had to play. With so many different platforms and ways to play, no game made itself more available to become a legend than Fortnite. From skydiving from a party bus to the colorful design of every aspect of the island, this game just screams fun. The battles are chaotic, but also enable plenty of strategies. Limited weapon slots and a variety of cool guns make any fight you get into an interesting one. By far though, the creative potential is what makes this game great. Anything you can find can be mined for materials. Then you can build with them to set the stage for combat or reach goals. Once you get good at this system, you feel like you can control the battle. It's also awesome to see the ridiculous towers made from 2 seasoned gamers who are building on top of each other during a fight. A map at the end of a good game will often look like a ridiculous art installation. It really harkens back to the Minecraft days at the genesis of the genre. Say what you will about the game, and I'm sure you will. There's no denying that it's had the biggest impact on the genre. Like Mario is for platforming games, Fortnite is almost synonymous with the Battle Royale game. It's the game that all other Battle Royale titles are judged against. Well, there you have our Battle Royale rank. Which ones are your favorite? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.